Hello, my name is Rachel Robinson. I am an education specialist with the Early Childhood Education Division at TEA, and today I'm joining you to share a little bit with you around the high-quality pre-kindergarten component referenced in House Bill 3, the Family Engagement Plan. Today, during this webinar, we will primarily focus on a high-level overview of the Family Engagement Plan. We'll talk a little bit about developing a plan, and then also very quickly a little bit of information about reporting that plan, and then we'll take a look at some additional resources available through the Early Childhood Education Division. So let's go ahead and get started. Our agenda today is here. First, we will take a look at the House Bill 3 and the high-quality pre-K components as an overview, kind of looking at those components as a whole. And then we'll move into specifically the high-quality pre-kindergarten family engagement plan overview, and then we'll share just a few tips and things to keep in mind while developing and writing a family engagement plan. And then we will share some resources and supports that are available through the Early Childhood Education Division for LEAs to use as you move forward with creating your plan. So here are our session objectives for today. First, participants will review the HB3 high-quality pre-kindergarten components, and then we will move into increasing knowledge of the high-quality family engagement plan components specifically. Then, as I said earlier, we'll learn a little bit about considerations, things to keep in mind, and some guidance for writing the high-quality pre-K family engagement plan. And then we'll review a few resources and some supports that the Early Childhood Education Division has made available to LEAs. So first, let's review HB3 and the high-quality pre-kindergarten components. All of the information that will be contained in this webinar is found in statute in Texas Education Code 29.164 through 29.172. Also, Commissioner's Rule in section 102.1003 speaks specifically to the family engagement plan, and all of this legislation is that which was passed in the 86th legislative session under House Bill 3. So let's take a look at the high-quality pre-kindergarten components as a whole. House Bill 3 laid out these components as part of what we consider high-quality pre-kindergarten. And they are curriculum, student progress monitoring, teacher qualifications, teacher-to-student ratio, family engagement, data reporting, and program evaluation. All of these components work together to increase quality in our pre-kindergarten programs. And so today we're going to focus specifically on this area of the family engagement plan. HB3 applies to all pre-K programs serving eligible 4-year-olds in our state. Please note that all of these components are applicable to all programs in districts, open enrollment charters, and districts of innovation that serve eligible 4-year-old students using foundation school program funding. Okay, so let's move ahead and take a look at the specific family engagement plan overview. What does statute say? Well, Texas Education Code, Section 29.168A states, a school district shall develop and implement a family engagement plan to assist the district in achieving and maintaining high levels of family involvement and positive family attitudes towards education. This is the piece of statute that will ground the work of the Family Engagement Plan and be held at the center of the webinar conversation today. Let's look now at Commissioner's Rule to see what it says about family engagement plans. Commissioner's rules include additional detail regarding the family engagement for pre-kindergarten programs serving eligible 4-year-old students. The Commissioner's rules also give definitions for both family and family engagement, and then list the 6 components that must be included in the family engagement plan. Family engagement plans have 6 required components. Here are the components. Facilitate family-to-family support. Establish a network of community resources. Increase family participation in decision-making. Equip families with tools to enhance and extend learning. Develop staff skills in evidence-based practices that support families in meeting their children's learning benchmarks. And finally, evaluate family engagement efforts and use evaluations for continuous improvement. These 6 components are required in the Family Engagement Plan, and each LEA is required to develop, implement, make available, and report their Family Engagement Plan in their annual end-of-year ECDS submission. So what does all of this mean? First of all, it means writing the Family Engagement Plan. Next, every LEA is required to implement their Family Engagement Plan. Then the LEA must make the Family Engagement Plan available on the website, on the LEA school district or charter school website, so that families can access the Family Engagement Plan. And then finally, reporting that link for the Family Engagement Plan in the annual Early Childhood Data System submission. And all of these things put together will achieve and maintain high levels of family involvement and positive family attitudes toward education. So how do LEAs promote and report their high-quality pre-K family engagement plan? LEAs must post their plan to their district or charter school website by November 1st of each school year. Also, LEAs are required to include a link to their high-quality pre-K family engagement plan as part of their end-of-the-year Early Childhood Data System submission each year. They must report the link that connects directly to the Family Engagement Plan document. It's important to remember here that just reporting the link to the school district or the charter school's website is not adequate for the ECDS submission. What is required here is that LEAs report that link that connects directly to their Family Engagement Plan document. Now we will begin to dig deeper into the actual development and writing of a high-quality pre-kindergarten family engagement plan. Who should write the plan? The Family Engagement Plan writing team is a group designated by the local LEA to develop the plan. The writing team should include staff who work directly with families and those who understand and value the LEA's vision for their pre-kindergarten program. The team should ideally include community members who work directly to serve families in the community as well. This is also a great place to include local child care providers who support families who will become part of the school population when their children move into the public school. Additionally, the team should include family members who represent the demographics of the community. So here's a brief list of some of the staff members and people who an LEA should include on their writing team as they begin to work on creating their family engagement plan for their district. What should be included in an exemplary family engagement plan? Well, the high-quality family engagement plan will serve as the resource that drives family engagement for the pre-kindergarten program. So it is important to include those 6 required components along with the additional clarifying and intentional pieces that are also recommended by the TEA Early Childhood Education Division to create an exemplary plan that embodies the district's or charter's vision for family engagement. So here is a brief list of those pieces that should be included in every exemplary family engagement plan, starting off with an introductory paragraph that describes the district's vision for family engagement and the purpose or intent of the plan. Then move on to include the 6 family engagement components, and within this section making sure that there is a statement describing each component included along with the activities, practices, or events related to each component. Additionally, the Early Childhood Education Division also recommends including transition activities, linguistic and culturally inclusive practices across the LEA, as well as a concluding paragraph that kind of restates the vision and the importance of family involvement, as well as encourages caregivers and family members to participate in helping their children grow and thrive. So this is a brief outline that includes all of those pieces that should be included in that exemplary family engagement plan. What resources can be used for writing a high-quality pre-K family engagement plan? LEAs have at their disposal several resources that they can use as they begin to look for those activities, practices, and events that fall under each one of the 6 required components. The school calendar would be a very useful resource as you get ready to look for activities that fall within the components facilitating family-to-family supports, establishing a network of community resources, equipping families with tools to enhance and extend learning, or transition activities. Another resource that would be helpful in planning would be the staff professional development plans. And those may include activities or practices that would fall within these components. Developing staff skills in evidence-based practices that support families in meeting their children's benchmarks, or linguistically and culturally inclusive practices. Another resource that would be helpful would be those planning continuous improvement documents that all school districts and charter schools keep. And those could be helpful for finding activities and practices that would fall within the component, evaluating family engagement efforts, and using evaluation for continuous improvement. So it's important here to remember that there are already resources available within all LEAs, and I would remind you to use those and take advantage of those existing resources as you get ready to put together your family engagement plan. The Early Childhood Education Division shares some additional resources and supports that may be helpful for LEAs as they work to develop and write their high-quality pre-kindergarten family engagement plan. So in this next section, we will review a few of those available resources. The Early Childhood Education Division shares on the High Quality Pre-K page FAQs related to family engagement. So let's take a look at a couple of those questions. The first one asks, should the family engagement plan be a district-wide plan, or can it be relevant to just one campus? The answer here is the family engagement plan containing the 6 components should be associated with a district or charter's pre-K program. A district should have one district-wide plan. Campus-level modifications within a district may be made to suit the needs of each pre-kindergarten program. LEAs will upload the link to their family engagement plan into the early childhood data system annually. Here is another FAQ related to family engagement. The question asks, our district already has a plan that addresses how to encourage family involvement. Can we use that plan to comply with this high quality component? The answer says, often districts or charters already have a written plan that describes their approach to working with families of the students they serve. This is especially true if a district receives Title I funds or is in partnership with a Head Start grantee. It might be possible to use that existing plan as the high-quality pre-K family engagement plan if the existing plan contains the 6 expected components and if the activities listed in the plan are implemented in the pre-kindergarten program, and if the plan is available on the district website. So the short answer to this question is yes, a district can use the same family engagement plan as long as these 3 points made in the bullets on this page are included in that family engagement plan that already exists for the district. Here are a few additional resources that may be helpful as an LEA works to create a family engagement plan. First, the Early Childhood Program Self-Assessment is available on the Early Childhood Education Division site. Next, the Office of Head Start also provides some resources regarding family engagement that can be found at the link included here. CLI Engage also has a family engagement resources page, and the link is included here. And finally, the Parent-Teacher Association has a site that includes national standards, goals, and indicators for family-school partnerships, and the link is provided here. If an LEA still requires more support or is looking for more questions to be answered regarding the high-quality pre-K family engagement plan, here are some additional supports. The Early Childhood Division website, the Early Childhood Education Division high-quality pre-K webpage, or you can contact us directly at the email address that is listed here as well. Before we end today, I would just like to remind you that creating and maintaining strong family engagement is an effective way to build the quality of our Texas pre-kindergarten programs. And I'd like to share this family engagement quote with you before we leave. Parent involvement in education is like the frosting on a cupcake. It makes it complete and oh so sweet. And now I would just like to thank you for joining us today and attending this webinar. I also want to thank you for supporting our young children and their families in the state of Texas and remind you that the Early Childhood Education Division at TEA is here to help and support in any way that we can as you begin to develop and implement your high-quality pre-K family engagement plan. Thank you so much.